ChatGerry, Solo Medical Research in a Team-Oriented Era, number 1595, the 12th of April 2026, Gerald C. EclaireMD Foundation, category, Research Methodology and Biomedical Systems. Key idea: modern medical research is usually done by teams. Hospitals and universities use group structures because medicine is complex. Surgery, clinical trials, laboratory work, and data analysis often require specialists working together. This team structure is helpful and often necessary for patient safety and technical work. However, some types of research do not always require large teams. In certain situations, independent research can still produce useful results, especially when the goal is conceptual modeling, long-term data pattern observation, or new analytical methods. Over the past 16 years, I have conducted medical research independently without institutional funding, research assistants, or laboratory staff. This article explains why such a solo research approach can still exist, even though it is uncommon. Why team research became the standard. Modern medicine developed inside institutional environments. Research projects often require funding approval, ethical review, regulatory compliance, and technical infrastructure. These requirements naturally encourage group collaboration. Team research has clear advantages. Specialists contribute expertise from different fields such as biology, clinical medicine, imaging, and statistics. Complex equipment requires trained operators. Clinical trials require coordination among doctors, nurses, and data managers. However, team structures also introduce challenges. Communication across disciplines takes time. Administrative procedures, funding requirements, and internal coordination can slow progress. Group consensus may sometimes favor safer conclusions instead of exploring unconventional ideas. Surgery is a clear example where teamwork is necessary. Each team member has a clearly defined role. Coordination ensures patient safety and helps complete the procedure effectively. Therefore, team structures are essential in surgery practice. Why solo research can still exist. Independent research becomes possible when three structural conditions are present. 1. Financial independence to cross-disciplinary analytical training. 3. Long-term longitudinal data. These factors reduce dependence on institutional systems and allow continuous development of research ideas. Financial independence enables long-term research. Many chronic diseases develop slowly over decades. Short funding cycles of 3 to 5 years may limit long-term observation. Financial independence allows research continuity without interruption from grant timelines or institutional priorities. Since 2010, I have devoted 17 years to studying physiology, pathology, lifestyle behaviors, and chronic diseases such as cardiovascular disease, kidney disease, stroke, neuropathy, dementia, and cancer. I have worked approximately 13 to 14 hours per day, accumulating about 80,000 hours of study time and reviewing more than 10,000 published medical papers. Over this period, I collected more than 4 million data points related to glucose, blood pressure, body weight, food intake, exercise, and sleep patterns. This long-term data set helps reveal how chronic diseases develop gradually rather than suddenly. Long-term observation is similar to watching a movie instead of looking at a single still snapshot. Continuous data helps identify gradual changes before major medical events occur. Cross-disciplinary thinking supports mechanism understanding. Different academic fields provide different ways to understand complex systems. For example, engineering studies stress, flow, stability, and system behavior. Mathematics studies patterns and relationships. Computer science studies data structure and algorithms. Psychology studies behavior patterns. Although these disciplines appear different, they all analyze how systems behave and change over time. The human body can also be viewed as a nonlinear, dynamic, time-dependent, and path-dependent system. Blood circulation behaves like fluid flow through flexible tubes. Glucose regulation behaves like a feedback control system. Chronic diseases often develop through long-term energy accumulation of pathophysiological stress. Viewing biomedical problems as dynamic systems may provide additional insight beyond simple statistical associations. Population data remain useful. Large population datasets remain valuable resources. Many public datasets are available through published research and government databases. Secondary analysis means applying new methods to existing data. Different analytical approaches or research methodologies may reveal different patterns and insights within the same dataset. Statistical analysis is useful for identifying relationships between diseases and risk factors across large populations. However, statistical association alone does not always explain the underlying mechanism of disease development. Mechanism-based analysis attempts to understand how interacting factors influence system behavior. Both statistical and mechanism-based approaches provide useful but different types of information. Research methodology determines insight depth. In many scientific fields, new discoveries occur when existing data are analyzed using new research methods. Today, data availability is often no longer the main limitation. Instead, the structure of the analytical model influences how much insight can be obtained. Biomedical systems are complex, nonlinear, and dynamic. Small changes in one factor may influence many other variables. Understanding these interactions requires analytical tools capable of describing system behavior over time. Conclusion: modern medicine is largely team-based because of institutional structure and technical complexity. Surgery and clinical trials require coordinated teamwork. However, solo research can still exist under certain conditions. 1. Financial independence supports long-term research continuity. 2. Cross-disciplinary training provides diverse analytical tools. 3. Longitudinal data allows observation of long-term disease patterns. Population datasets remain valuable, but analytical methods influence the depth of insight obtained. Independent research may provide an alternative pathway for studying cause-effect relationships in complex biomedical systems. Disclaimer: I write this paper not for fame, but to share what I have learned so others can better understand their health, prevent disease, and live longer, healthier lives. This content is for educational reference only and does not constitute medical advice. No doctor-patient relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights belong to Gerald C. This content is provided for educational reference only and do not constitute medical advice. No doctor-patient relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights and copyrights for this article and its related materials belong to the author, Gerald C.